Alright, so now I'm back in Mudbox and I'm going to go down here where it says stencil, and I want to import a new stencil. So add stencil, and I'm going to go to my folder and I'm going to find the projection map PNG. So I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to go down in paint tools and I'm going to hit projection. So now I just want to select my stencil that I've imported. So what you can see here is you have some small text that shows how you can navigate, how you can toggle it on and off. So before I start any kind of projection, I want to make sure that I'm on my layer. And now, since I'm certain I have it, I can press G to go to export mode and probably zoom in to one of the areas I want. For example, this small front area, and I can quickly position this. I can scale it up, scale it down, depending on how I need it. So for example, I want to put the debot here, so I'll go out of export mode for a second and make sure that I have my paint layer 1 selected. Or actually, I'm going to delete it and make sure that I have it on 4K. I'm going to call this projection layer. So make sure that's target and hit OK. So now I will lower my size of the brush with B, holding B and left mouse button and dragging it down. So since we have this, I want to start dragging on this, just on the front part. And as you can see here, I have painted a little bit of the head by accident, so I can go and paint erase this. Actually, I'm gonna turn out the stencil and then paint erase. So I'm gonna go again in projection, and this time I want to project the serial number. I'm gonna go in export mode so I can see a little bit better. Can scale this. Right, so that kind of fits in. I'll lower the brush size and start projecting. It gets kind of a good projection as long as you have some very good texture size. For example, 4K is a little bit too big, but since we want to preserve quality, that's one of the best ways we can do it. So now I want to make sure I have some projection on the helmet. So I want to size this down kind of drastically, like this. And I'm going to project the head in this area. So I just projected this, and I want to erase a little bit that I've burned out on top, and now I want to make sure that I have these two cheaters underneath him. Just lower the brush size down and make sure that I'm in projection, not in paint erase. So now I can paint this. And alright, we have some of it already done. The next step I want to do is I want to put some wordings here and there. For example, here I can put some of this. Like I said, this is kind of hard to read now, and try to imagine when we lower the size of this 2 times or 1 time, it will get very small and nobody won't be able to read it. First step we want to do is make sure that we have good projection, and then inside of Photoshop we can try different blending modes and so on. So this kind of looks okay. We're gonna do the same thing here, but this time we're gonna make it a little bit smaller, and also make it a little bit different. Now we want to add digit, add this face, the logo in this area, and we want to erase this down part. So I'll quickly take a look at him, what I have so far. For example, for the arm, I want to use some additional projection. So for example, I'll add some warnings in this area. As you can see, they're gonna get mirrored on the other side, so that's kind of fine. And probably here we can add the dbot. Somewhere on this area. And do some kind of small description underneath it with the warning and so on. And here we can take advantage of the longer piece that we've rolled it down here and try to rotate a little bit and just project it. And make also another small version of this. Actually, let's project Ninja Tutors on the back. So you can see those kind of get flipped, but since probably nobody gonna see it, it's kind of fine. But okay, let's make it a little bit smaller so this way nobody won't be able to read it. For example, let's project the digit tutors and serial number. You can see how small it is at the moment, and later on it will be even that kind of big, so nobody won't see it. Just project a little bit wrong, so I'm just gonna give it one more try. As you can see, I just projected a little bit down paint there, but I'm gonna leave it. It kind of adds some kind of nice effect. We can try and add something here on the arm as well. Some small warnings. As well as some serial number on it. And here we can also add the face. We can give it a try. For example, we can just quickly project something. Nah, it gets too much, so I'm just gonna probably project the default in this area. And here on the back, I want to add digit tutors on his back piece, just a little bit bigger. So this way we can know what it is. And we have this kind of a big piece on the side, so I think it's kind of a nice place where I can project some kind of a small warning. Not that anybody gonna read it or anything, but still adds kind of some life to it. And we have two big empty parts, so we can put again the dbots and the serial number. His back as well, like he's some kind of a serial prototype. as well as a little bit of warnings on the bottom. And just one more down here. Okay, actually can do face and the texts. Actually gets too much, just this entire piece and the same small texts on the bottom. So okay, the only pieces that are left are the legs. I'm gonna quickly do them. Some small wording. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, and it's gonna get projected on the other side. And here in the front I can quickly do the dbots texts. Not that it's gonna get visible or anything, but okay, just let's make it smaller. Just like that. Alright, so in our next chapter we'll continue on and export this information back to Photoshop, and then we're gonna apply it to our robot.